Hello, today we're making meatballs like the kind used for pho or for grilling. We'll start with any fairly lean cuts of either pork or beef. We're using a beef round eye roast cut here. To make the processing more manageable, we'll divide the meat into 1 pound increments and we'll freeze them for about 30 minutes. Before we start processing, we'll mix our ingredients to go with our 1 pound. We'll start with cold water and add about 3 ice cubes, half a tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of MSG is optional, half a tablespoon of baking powder, that's good old baking powder, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, just regular cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, 1 tablespoon of fish sauce, half a tablespoon of vegetable oil. Mix well. Bring the meat out of the freezer and put it straight into a food processor. We'll pulse that a few times before adding our liquid mixture. And then we'll let the food processor run for about a minute or two until the mixture becomes a lighter pink color and it's fluffy. Repeat until you've used all your meat. You can add them all into a container and freeze for another 45 minutes. Bring a pot of water to before it boils. If it boils, turn down the heat. It has been 45 minutes, so we'll take our processed meat out of the freezer and start forming our meatballs. We'll essentially shape it by squeezing it in our hands, scooping it with a spoon, and dropping it straight into the hot water. Rubbing our hands with a little bit of vegetable oil will help with the sticking. Once they float, they're par cooked and ready to use in your recipe or for storage. You can test them with a squeeze test to see if they bounce back. Remove them from the hot water and plunge them straight into an ice bath to stop them from cooking. Additional cooking will be done in your recipes, such as in your pho. And that's how you make meatballs. Thanks for watching. For this recipe and more, visit craftscrumbs.com.